Explorer Science. Today we'll take the topic fibers. Now we will learn today different types of fibers, animal fiber wool and animal fiber silk. Now basically there are two types of fibers, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. So now I'll explain you about fibers in two ways. One is the flow chart ones and the other part is theory part. So first I'll explain the flow chart. Fibers are further divided into two parts, natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are further divided into two parts, plant fibers and animal fibers. So plant fibers are the fibers that are produced by plants and animal fibers are the fibers that are produced or taken by animals. And the other is synthetic fibers. So these are man-made fiber, for example, nylon, polyester, acrylic, etc. Now it's in a theory part. Fibers. Number one, natural fibers. Natural fibers divided into two parts, animal fibers and plant fibers. Animal fibers are the fibers that are taken out or produced by animals. For example, wool and silk. And plant fibers are the fibers that are produced by plants. For example, flax, jute, cotton, grass, etc. And synthetic or man-made fibers are the fibers that are man-made and made by humans. Animal fiber wool. Introduction to wool. Wool is an animal fiber. However, we know that it's obtained by the fleece of sheep, goat, yak, etc. Wool is yelled from many animals. The wool is prepared from various processes. Let's see them. Properties of wool. There are 8 properties. First is wool insulates against heat and cold. Second, wool is elastic. Third, wool wears longer. Fourth, wool is versatile. Fifth, wool insulates against noise. Sixth, wool resists dirt. Seventh, wool is fashionable. Eighth, wool dyes beautifully. Animals that yield wool. We know that sheep yields wool, but there are various kinds of animals that yield wool. For example, Angora goat, camel, Angora rabbit, yak, Kashmiri goat, alpaca, llama, etc. From fiber to wool. So it has two parts. First is rearing and breeding of sheep and processing fibers into wool. So first is rearing and breeding of sheep. Sometimes you see that shepherds take their herd of sheep for grazing. Sheep are herbivores and prefer grass and leaves. Apart from grazing, sheep rearers also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, oil cake, jowar, and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoor and fed on leaves, grain, and dry fodder. And in summer, their fleece is removed out. So now the second part is processing fibers into wool. Fibers are processed in six various methods to form wool. First is searing. The fleece of sheep is along with a thin layer is removed. Second is scouring. Then the removed skin with hair is washed in tanks to remove dust and dirt. Third, sorting. The hair of different textures are sort. So this you will remember from the name because it's sorting. Means you will separate. And in dyeing, they dye the fibers in various colors. In combing, they use metal teeth to comb the fleece. And in the sixth step, spinning, the long woolen fibers are spun into thick yarns called uses of wool. So three uses there are mainly. So first is wool is used for making fabrics, shawls, blankets, carpets, etc. Second, wool is used to cover piano hammers. It is also used to absorb noise in heavy machinery and stereo speakers. Third, shoddy is made from used wool. To make shoddy, the existing wool fabric is cut into small pieces then carded. The carded wool is spun into yarn. Such a yarn inferior to the fresh wool and is used for making cheap woolen garments and blankets. Animal fiber silk. Introduction to silk. So, silk is basically called resham in Hindi. It is an animal fiber produced by silkworm. and it has many different types, colors, textures, etc. Let's learn them. So first of all, we all know that silk is produced by silkworm, but do you know its life cycle? So its life cycle begins in basically 6 to 8 processes. So the life cycle of a silk moth is: first step one, a newly born silkworm only eats mulberry leaves. Second, the silkworm secretes a very fine filament from 2 glands present in its head. Third, through figure-of-8 movements of head, the silkworm deposits filaments in layers forming the cocoon. Fourth, the silkworm takes 3 to 7 days to prepare the cocoon. It is formed for about 20 to 39 strong concentric layers made up of a single thread. Fifth, inside the cocoon, the silkworm transforms itself into a chrysalis and then into a moth. Sixth, the moth eventually leaves the cocoon, which can be then unraveled. Now I will explain you the life cycle of a silk moth. So it starts from a silk moth, of course. First, silk moth lays eggs. Eggs form silkworm. Silkworm prepares their cocoon. Then the cocoon is in the pupa stage, and then it forms a silk moth again. Different varieties of silk. There is a variety of silk moths which look very different from one another. The silk produced by silkworms of different varieties of silk moths is different in texture, like coarse, smooth, etc. Some varieties of silk are Tsar silk, mulberry silk, moon silk, kosa silk, and canary silk. They are produced by silkworms of different texture types of silk moths. So mulberry silk is the most common silk, and it's soft, lustrous, elastic, and can be dyed in many beautiful colors. So we can say that mulberry silk moth is the most common silk moth. Uses of silk. First, silk fabric is lightweight, lustrous, soft, elastic, and is highly strong in tensile strength. And it keeps warm in winter and cool in summer. Second, it's commonly used to make expensive dresses for men and women, which are worn on special occasions. In India, most of the silk is used in making saris and scarves. Third, in addition to clothing, silk is used for items such as parachutes, bicycle tires, bulletproof vests, and non-absorbable sweaters in surgery. So, extra note. And you don't need, you can also make a separate copy for Explorer Science, because I will send videos regularly. So regularly means I will not be able to that so that much regularly, because I will be busy on my other videos also and other channels also. But yeah, I'll send it more. So you please make a copy of extra notes, extra questions, and like formulas of physics, like that. First is rayon is partially synthetic. Artificial silk is called rayon. Second, some diseases in wool and silk production are sorters disease, respiratory diseases, scabies, and other skin infections. Third, alpaca and llama also belong to the camel family. Fourth, the silk production began in China almost 6,000 years ago. It reached in India only around 300 AD and Europe around 550 AD. The last, silk production is commonly called sericulture. Extra question, please try this. It will increase your knowledge. Question A, who belong to the camel family? Question B, name the 8 steps of processing of wool. Question C, differentiate between wool obtained from Kashmiri and Angora goat. Question D, differentiate between plant and animal fiber. Question E, cross life cycle of a silk moth. Question F, name the most common silk moth. Question G, mention all properties of wool. Explain each in one line. Question H, why are wool and silk valued more from any other fiber? And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. You may also recommend these videos, as these are my previous videos and this is my channel, so please subscribe it. Bye.